U.S. August budget deficit soars to $192 billion, which is a whopping 1.17 trillion budget deficit in fiscal 2012. Yeah, I know Obama was handed this mess. I know. But we now have a 1.17 trillion budget deficit for this year? I could have sworn we had a little tiny surplus, like back in April or something like that. I mean, I thought this was recovery mode. We had, out of months and months and months of deficit, we had this little, little fluff right there for us all to make us think, well, maybe the recovery is coming. While the official number from the FMS is not out yet, according to an advanced look by the CBO, the August deficit soared from a modest $70 billion to a whopping $192 billion, the highest August deficit ever in the history of the United States of America. Hope and change, hope and change. Can you imagine if Romney wins? Everyone will say, well, hey man, while Obama was in office, hey, we still had things going on the way they were, at least, and at least this and at least that. And you're not going to be able to tell these bozos the debt was $9 trillion when he took office. When he left, it was over $16 trillion. We had the highest deficit ever in August alone. The yearly deficit. Yeah, but we didn't when he was in office. All I know is when Clinton was in office, we had gas at around $1, a little over $1.50. That's all I know. You ever talk to someone that pulls that one out? All I know is we weren't in any wars, and when Clinton was in office, we had $1.50 a gallon gas. So in other words, the conductor of the train that's going down the predetermined path, down the tracks that are already laid out in front of it, the conductor, Clinton, while he was on board, the train was chugging along over a little bridge. Right? Little bridge of safety. No wars, not really much going on. And then he stepped off, and then Bush takes over for 2 terms. And then all hell breaks loose. Oh man, massive spending, wars, 9/11, all this stuff. Yeah. But, in all fairness, it could have been anybody in the conductor seat of the train, right? And that train is the United States of America. And the cars behind the train that it's pulling, the train cars, is every one of you Americans, and myself included. And we actually have the audacity, the nerve, to argue over how good or how bad the conductor is doing with driving the train. Not one of us stupid, dumb bozos ever say, you know what? Hold on, everybody. Hey, hold on, everybody. Shut up for a second. Left, right, Democrat, race. Everybody, just be quiet for 1 second. I just thought of something. Are you a Democrat or are you a Republican? Because if you're a Democrat, I'm not going to listen. If you're a Republican, I'm not going to listen. No. Settle down, bozo. I'm neither. I'm a political atheist, like George Salente says, meaning I don't have a left or right. So, now that everyone shut your filthy mouths, guys, I just thought of something. Again, I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican. Settle down. We're arguing over left and right, Democrat versus Republican, who is better, who is worse, this guy did that guy caught doing that. Clearly, from listening, they both have dirt. I mean, will we agree? Yeah, okay, all right. How come nobody's ever discussed the fact that we're on a train? We all know we're on a train. We all know there's a conductor that we have to vote for every 4 years, called the president, who sits in the conductor seat in the front. We're never allowed up there. You can't talk to him, can't see him. Just know he's doing the best he can. And when the other conductor got off, whatever mess he handed the new conductor, he just has to roll with it. Don't you think that's a little odd, guys? The fact that we're on a train, yeah, okay, check, we're on a train. The train goes down train tracks, yeah, both sides, yep, check, okay. Train tracks are laid down in advance of the train ever even getting put on the tracks to go down the tracks. Yep, check, okay. We're all Republicans, Democrat, check, all right, we got 3 checks. So, it appears to me that it doesn't matter who's in the conductor's seat, because these are predetermined paths we're taking, yeah? Predetermined paths, yep, check, oh, okay, 4 checks in a row. Predetermined path, new conductor every 4 years. Sometimes they get reelected, so they last 8 years. Nothing seems to change. What one government passed due to terrorism, we got to pass these incredibly tyrannical laws because to keep everyone safe. Well, okay, all right. The next one, the opposite, the guy that's going to undo everything he did, hope and change, except for the Patriot Act, we're going to sign that. Except for the National Defense Act, I'm going to go ahead and put that one under my name. And except for the executive order I signed in April, or was it May, whatever, 16th, April or May 16th, 2012. Except for that one, and a couple other executive orders that are just as bad as the Patriot Act, technically. Except for that, yeah, there's hope and change. Hope and change. And the new motto is forward. Let's go forward. Move forward. Hey, but what about the hope and change? Oh, no. That, man, why you bringing up stuff in the past? Why are you bringing up stuff in the past all the time? Why you gotta talk about the past all the time? Let's let bygones be bygones. Let's go forward. That whole motto, forward, is right out of the Nazi Germany era. Hitler himself, that was his motto. And they had a song that he was for Hitler, forward. And now Obama's, logo, if you will, for this election is forward. Well, that's such a common word. Okay. But if I was the president and I knew there was a freaking dictator that used any part of that word forward, yeah, listen, it sounds good, move forward, but Hitler had a whole song about that, and probably while they were slaughtering people, they were probably marching, singing forward as they destroyed people. Do you think we could just kind of get rid of that? How about ahead? Can we change forward to ahead or straight? Something else? No? Okay. So you can see where I'm going with this. It doesn't matter who's in charge. If Obama wins, it's because they want Obama to win. If Romney wins, it's because they want Romney to win. It's not because you or I wanted them to or voted for them or lesser of two evils and worse of two evils. No. No such thing. That's for people, not even people. That's what sheeple say. Lesser of two evils. You got a guy, Ron Paul, who's neither evil. This guy's like Jesus Christ standing there glowing like you're floating across the water. Jesus, hey, I'm running. Who's this guy? These guys way too far to look. Jesus Christ is reincarnated. Who's gonna vote for that clown? We got to go for Satan and the devil. That's your only 2 choices. Sorry, it's not going to get any better. Satan and the devil. Well, the devil actually is a notch lower than Satan. And if you're a Christian, no Christian in their right mind will vote for the devil. Or excuse me, for Satan. No Christian in their right mind will vote for Satan. How dare, not anybody I know. Not any church I know. Oh yeah, so who are you guys voting for then? I mean, I don't understand who's your choice. The devil. Excuse me? Yeah, the devil. The devil. So no Christian in the right mind could vote for so-and-so because he's Satan. And rightfully I can understand that. But your second choice is who now? The devil. Can you explain that? Well, the devil, we've determined, is slightly less evil than Satan. So that's who we're going to pick. But what about this other guy over here? Who? Ron Paul? Never. The guy that basically has no track record of being evil, has voted flawlessly his entire career. Everything that the elite voted for, the Patriot Act, healthcare bill, massive banker bailout, all of the terrible stuff. Yeah, he didn't vote for those. He voted no. He was like the only one. Maybe a couple other people. Really? Yeah. Nah, can't vote for him. Gotta vote for Lesser of two evils. Why? Because that's all I keep hearing about on TV and the news. And they've pounded it into my head so much, I'm kind of using that as if I made up that word, lesser of two evils. Therefore, if any of you are voting for one or the other, whether it's Obama or Romney, in your head or in a conversation you've given or had with somebody, you've used the word yourself, lesser of two evils, regarding why you're voting one way or the other. In other words, I'm voting for so-and-so because he's the lesser of two evils. If you have used that word, you are automatically brainwashed. You have been brainwashed and it worked. Well, no, I'm not. I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm voting. Really? Oh, really? Then why are you using a word that the mainstream media gave you and told you should use? Because the guy you liked, according to them, is the lesser of two evil. And with what they said, it sounds right. It sounds good to your ears. Well, that's fine and all. Then why are you using their word? Why are you using their word that they created? I mean, it's clearly, it's in our English dictionary. You could say that, lesser of two evils. That's clearly something anybody can just say. But it's in use for this election, and I've only heard it on the mainstream media over and over and over. And anybody I talk to that says, well, I'm voting for this guy, you know, well, if he gets in office, this is it, this country's done. Well, if that person gets in office, oh, we're finished. It's going to continue taking us down the path of whatever, hell. I gotta go the other way. I'm voting for the lesser of two evils. Boom! Ding, 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 ding. You are one of the people who have been brainwashed. I know it hurts. I know you don't want to believe it. Who the hell does this kid think he is telling me I'm brainwashed? Did you or did you not use an absolute perfect phrase, word for word, that the mainstream media has been giving you? That word wasn't around just out of nowhere. So now we're hearing people talking about their decision, why they have to go this way, when I tell them I'm not going to vote at all. If I don't have a choice that is not worthy, even kind of worthy, of being the president of the country that I do love and do want to see continue to be prosperous, which I, of course, know the answer is going to be no, it's not going to be, because you can't borrow from the future to pay for today without some severe consequences down the line. So, I don't have a choice, I'm not going to vote. You're not going to tell me that I've got my only two choices is, you know, the devil and Satan, and you know, what do you mean you're going to let Satan win if you don't, man? There's potentially Satan could get the votes if you don't vote. No, it doesn't work that way. No, I have a conscience. I have, you know, a heart. I can't consciously vote for either of two people who have the banker interest in mind, who have the war machine interest in mind, who are basically part of the fascist government takeover. And again, the definition of fascism is the merger of corporate and state powers, corporate and government powers. Timothy Geithner, head of the financial epicenter of the United States of America, known as the Treasury. Timothy Geithner, where is he from? Banker. Corporate, merger of state. Okay, check. Prior to him, who was in charge? Old Hank Paulson. Goldman Sachs, Hank Paul? Yep. Also head of the Treasury? Yep. Check. Fascism. Merger of corporate and state powers. Next, who else do we got? Oh, Security and Exchange Commission. Head of that chick, whatever her name. Same thing, banking industry. Jill Sommers, not head, but a commissioner of the CFTC, again, commodities, you know, regulator. Former banker. Check. Fascism. The head of the CFTC, the head, Mr. Gary the Turd Burglar Gensler. Who's he? Merger of former banker. Yep, check. Merger of corporate and state powers. Have a nice day.